F, G, A, B, C, D, E. These are the notes on your E string. Let's do that again. One more time. Open E, first fret F, third fret G, A. Remember it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's E, F, G. A on the 5th fret, B, 7th fret, C, 8th fret, D, 10th fret, E, 12th fret. That's the octave. Let's see who's here. Tom, hello, from Pennsylvania. And Bob, I want to thank Bob for being our moderator today. Thank you very much, Bob, and welcome everyone. Welcome to be here. I hope this is the place you want to be. We're going to talk about guitar today. We're going to talk about notes and learning notes all over your fretboard. We're going to start with the E string and the A string. Let's do the A string. A is open. This is the 5th string from the bottom. 2nd fret B, 3rd fret C, 5th fret D, 7 E, 8th F, 10th G, 12th A again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And there you go. Hi, Dwayne. Who else is here? Let's see, we got Dwayne and Tom and Bob and Dwayne and Dean. Freezing wind is howling here in Hurricane, he says. And Michael. Michael, hello. From New Jersey. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for being here. And I know that a whole bunch of people are going to join later when this live stream is over, and that's okay too. Thank you for being here. So, to learn your notes on the fretboard, it can be a little daunting. You know, sometimes I still get lost when I'm on my D string and my G string. Those notes right in there. You know, sometimes I'm not thinking about it and I have to relate it to another string, like the E string. If I have B, then I play my octave. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So this week we're going to talk about learning notes on the guitar fretboard, and let's see, next week we're going to give you the secret to up and down picking for songs like Here Comes the Sun, because I've had so many students say to me, you know, I'm having a hard time playing Here Comes the Sun. This one right here. Right? And I have several videos out there about Here Comes the Sun. I think I even have a playlist on Here Comes the Sun where they've got, 6 videos about it, from easy to hard. We'll talk about that next week. But this week we're going to talk about notes on the guitar. Now, there are 5 songs, videos that I have been teaching that in the last 30 days have gotten, the most views. The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. It was a strumming version. I'm kind of surprised about that. Hotel California, I've got a couple of those. Hotel California by the Eagles that are still being watched. You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. Always on My Mind. Willie Nelson did that one. Elvis did that one. It's basically a Willie Nelson Always on My Mind version, Da 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 da. There it is. And then the Star Spangled Banner, but we're not going to worry about Star Spangled Banner today. I'm kind of interested to know that there are still people contacting me and saying, hey, I love the Star Spangled Banner video that you did. We're not going to worry about that one today because these other ones have chords. The Star Spangled Banner video is just basically the melody. So let's go over these 4 songs and help you to understand how to learn the notes on your guitar by studying these songs, and hopefully this is one of them. Now you can apply this to other songs, right? That's what I want you to do. If it's like, I don't really like any of those songs, that's fine. One thing you can do is go to Ultimate Guitar and look up chord charts, lead sheets there if you want to. A lot of times they have the original. I was looking up The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. Was it that one? Yeah, and on Hotel California too. The really, what's it called? The professional one, the pro version, has the actual key, and you can change keys if you want to. You can look at the tabs. You can look at the lead sheet with all the chords and things like that. But I noticed that the other versions, they're in the key of C or something like that instead of in the key C minor, instead of B minor, like, right? Instead of being in B minor, it's in another key. Now, my version in my book, for those of you who have the book and those of you who want the book, look in the description to figure out how to get that. What I do is I put a capo on the 9th fret. Right? And then we play the chords there. That's the way that it was played in the original version. 12 string, it was like an SG style, 12 string on the top, 6 string on the bottom. And so he put a capo on the 7th fret and played an E minor chord instead of trying to do it with all bar chords. Worked really well that way. So let's go over these 4 songs, and I'll show you what to do, because just playing the notes and saying, okay, here's my notes, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, that kind of thing, that's kind of boring. So you want to do it in, yes, 7th fret. Did I say it wrong? Hello, hello. I've got a new friend here. Now I know what mountain time is. Brats. Yes. I remember seeing you on email just today, and I talked to you. Yes, mountain time. Look it up if you don't know what mountain time is. If you don't know what time frame we do this live stream at, if you've got an iPhone, you've got, I think it's like World Clock or something in there, and you can set it, and I can see when Australia, has their time zones. They got 3 or 4 different time zones, etc. Anyway, yeah, look it up. I'm on Mountain Time, Idaho, USA. Let's see here. I think what we'll do is we'll just dive right into these songs. But first, to learn the notes on the fretboard, there are bass players that I follow. What we're going to do is we're going to actually talk about... Okay, let's just do it. I'm getting off track here. Let's go for Always on My Mind first. And I'm going to do a loop. Maybe I didn't love you. B minor chord, G chord, D chord, A chord, B minor, E7, G, D with an F sharp bass, G, D again, E minor, A, G, A, tell me. This is this part. This is the chorus. Am I going too fast? I'm recording right now. All right, let's just play that back. Now, in my book, it looks like this. Now, this is just part of it. I copied it so that I can see it. I just did the verse and I did the chorus. Now, in my book, I don't remember what page it's on. You just look in the contents. I think it's right near the beginning because it starts with an A, Always on My Mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the bass notes. And I'm just going to play them on the low E string. Maybe I didn't love you. D note, going to A, going to B minor, B to A, G sharp, G, and then to an F sharp, back to a G, F sharp, E, D, oops, A, G, A, D. Now we're going to go into the chorus. Oh. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. So what I was doing there is I was just playing the bass notes to the chords, and sometimes there are inversions or slash chords as we call them. For instance, like maybe I didn't love you. Sorry, A chord. B minor, quite as often as I could have. So I was playing the different bass notes. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. So I was just exploring those notes. Now, if you have trouble finding those notes, bring out your tuner. I love this tuner. I do not get paid from TC Electronic by telling you this. This is a Unitune. No, this is a... Yeah, it's a Unitune. It's a great little tuner. I love it. I've had another... I got 3 of these. I had one for like 8 years. And you can look on there and say, oh, you know, that's an E. And 10th fret, that's a D. And 7th fret, that's a B. So you can discover or find your notes with your tuner if you want to. It's a great way to do it. I don't know if you can see that. G, A, it's a little bit. There it is. Can't really see it very well on that camera. Let's see. Carol, Edward, Antonio, Edward from India. Hello. I've got some new people here. It's really great. Hello, Carol. Hello. Yes, thank you for coming. It's really fantastic. All right. So that's another way to do it. Now, if we did another thing, we could, instead of just playing on one string, this is a way to discover, to find your notes on one string. Edward says, was an incredible find through a short videos watched yesterday that I was able to. Okay, let's see. Edward, let's see. Oh, Bob is asking where in India. Okay. So yes, thank you for coming. So another thing you can do is you can play, find the notes on one string, or you can find the notes on several strings like this. I'm going to start with my A string, 5th fret, D, back to A. Okay, but if we could do it this way, we could do our D string going to an A string, B, open A, G, back to A. So you can do that too. You can use your open strings. This is really a great song to use it on because you've got your D string open, your A string open. Let's see, we do use an E string, end of the second line. There's an E chord there where you can use your low E string. You can, it says E7/G sharp, so you can do the G sharp. Do you know what sharps are? And flats? All right, let's explain it really quick for anybody who doesn't know. For instance, when you're playing your G chord, right? Your low note right there and your high note up here on the E string, those are G's. It's a G chord. To play a G flat, all you do is go down, which is this way, on your guitar, 1 fret, that's a G flat. Or to play a G sharp, you come 1 fret up this way, G sharp. G, G flat, G, G sharp. Same thing with any of your notes, your chords, notes. F, F sharp. So F, 1 fret up, 2nd fret is F sharp. So guess what? if you haven't figured it out. G flat is the same note as F sharp. Chimp number 1. Hello, hello. Man, we have a lot of people here. Feel free to make comments. You can make comments anytime you want. I really appreciate them. Let's go to a different song. So this is something you can do. I love playing bass lines because it helps me to be really grounded on my notes. Now, one thing that happens, I know, now the other songs, like You've Got a Friend, The Boxer, in my book, this is what happens. Oh, I've got an announcement towards the end, so stick around towards the end because I've got an announcement about my upload schedule for the next month, if you want to know what that is. And it's going to be a little bit different because of some things that are going on. Anyway, okay, let's just go back to the Boxer. Now, on the Boxer in my book, which is close to the front, it says the Boxer, so go to the T's. Okay. I am just a poor boy and my story is seldom told. Oh, sorry, F sharp. I squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. Right? That's the Boxer right there. Let me do a little recording of that. So I did a little recording. I made some mistakes, but that's okay. So what happens here is that when you have a capo, that note right there, if you check it with your tuner, it's going to be a B, it's not going to be an A. We pretend that when we're playing an A chord, I am just a poor boy and my story's seldom told, right? We pretend that those are the chords as a guitar player, but in actuality, when you look at it, this is actually a B chord. So if you look up the lead sheet on guitar, like the pro version of Guitar Ultimate Guitar, it's going to say B. I am just a poor boy. And you might be confused. But you could put your capo on and play the bass notes just like that. Oops, sorry. Remember, when you listen to the Boxer, it actually has this bump, 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 bump. That's fun to do too. That's an E going to an A. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. A going to an E, back and forth. Now you could take the capo off and play it like this. I am just a poor boy and my story's seldom told. Okay, but you're not going to be in tune with the actual recording. So you need a capo to be able to do that. Let's go to Hotel California because that's really a popular one. I'm just going to play it. I think I'll play it in E minor like it is in my book. I'll call out the chords and tell you what I'm doing. Here we go. E minor, B7, D, A, C, going to G, A minor, B7. Let's do the chorus. Welcome to the Hotel Cal, G, B7, E minor, C, G, A minor, B7. Back to the chorus, back to the verse. All right, so here it is. E minor. Going to B, D, going down to A, C to G, A to B, so let's do this on two different strings. Let's do it on the A string and on the E string, hoping we don't get a copyright strike. I don't know if we will. I'm not doing it very well. Good song to learn Travis picking. Dwayne says page 282. Thank you, Dwayne. Yes, this is in my book for everyone. Okay, so what's nice about E minor, if you do this, if you start on your A string, 7th fret, on a dark desert highway, B, cool wind in my hair. So we go 7, 7. 7th fret A string, 7th fret E string. Then we go 5th fret A string, 5th fret E string. 3rd fret A string, 3rd fret E string. And then we go down to 2. And then over to 2 A string. So listen to it, I'll do it that way. See that? Now 2nd fret E string. Oh, sorry. You know what? I was wrong. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking in terms of the B minor, playing in B minor. It's 2nd fret to 2nd fret, but in this key it's open to 2. Sorry, made that mistake. If I was not doing this as a live stream, I would take that out. All right, let's pull up my bass guitar. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. It's just right there. Gonna grab it off the wall. I have one of my supporters and really good friends has been watching my channel and said to me, you know, I've been watching your channel for quite a while. This is Paul Shin. He shows up every once in a while. He'll be watching this later, I think. He's probably working right now. I think it's basically in tune. We'll just leave it there. If you can't hear it on your phone, put on headphones. Let's see what it sounds like. Here we go. It's going to be E. On a dark desert highway. Now we're going to the 3rd fret, A string. Now we're going to go to A, or you could do the 5th fret here. 7th fret on the E string. Oh, that's the Welcome to the Hotel California. I guess I should do that too. Now let's put a few things. Once you learn that bass line on Hotel California, this is in the key of E minor, by the way. Then you can do some embellishments. Here we go. Played the wrong note. Welcome to the Hotel California. C to G to B, E minor, C, A, okay. So one thing, when you're in the key of B minor, on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, Warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. So what you have is you have B minor to F sharp, 2 to 2, A to E, which is open, A string, E. Then it goes G, 3rd fret to 5th fret here. And then it goes E, open E to F sharp. On the dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. Dun da 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 da. That's a D. E da da da. F sharp da da da. So I'm just playing the bass notes, what we call the root notes of this song. And in the process of doing that, you'll notice that when we were up here on E minor, that's what it was. Makes this little box. Bum, 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 bum. 7 7 5 5 3 3 5 7. It's really kind of cool. When it goes down to B minor, it goes bum, but then it does something different. You could do that. You could jump up to the 10th fret, 2nd fret, open, 10th fret, 12, 14, or you could go open 2, because 14 is the same as 2, and 12 is the same as open. You need to learn these. This is really, really important, to learn these notes. As you play on the bass or on the guitar and pretend it's a bass, my first gig, real gig, professional gig, I was 15 years old. I've been playing guitar for about 3 years. And a friend of mine called me up and said to me, "Hey Hal, we need a bass player for our band." He knew I was a guitar player. He had heard me sing. He knew I could sing. And his brother played guitar. He was 18 years old. His name was Harry. His brother's name was Steve, I think. We had a little 3-piece. And I said, "Yeah, I think I can do that, but I don't have a bass." He said, "Well, we'll help you get a bass and an amp." I said, "Okay, sounds great." So they helped me get one. I forget if we rented one for a little while until we bought one or something like that. But that was really, really key for me to understand my notes and that kind of thing. When I was about 14, a friend of mine, his name was Ed, he was a year younger than me, and he had gone to school and taken a guitar class in school, like junior high school. And he came home one day and he said, "Hal, do you know what bar chords are?" And I said, "No." "No, I'm going to buy a bass." "No, David, Bob, you don't have to buy a bass. You don't have to buy a bass. All you have to do is just play the bass notes on your guitar." He came home and said, "Do you know what the bar chords are?" I said, No, show me what they are." He showed me, and I was all over that. Well, bar chords, when you're playing bar chords, your bass notes are on the A string a lot and on the E string a lot, right? Those bar chords. Well, I figured that out, and when Harry called me up, it was pretty easy just to learn how to play the notes on the bass. And that's where I started. And that was my first gig, my first professional gig. We played, in a bar in when was it? Carson area, I think it was, down in the LA area. And then I think we played some dances and stuff like that. Anyway, we played different places. It was kind of cool. It was called, well, no, I'm not going to tell you what it's called. But let me tell you something. If you do this, if you divert from your guitar journey, I have a note here that I want to tell you about. If you divert your attention away from your guitar journey and you work on the bass a little while, or you work on the keyboard, right? Or you work with your singing, all of those things are really good for your guitar playing because it gives you different perspective on what you're doing musically. You will learn from it. I have learned from it. I have loved being able to play other instruments. Now I teach bass, I teach ukulele, and I teach guitar, and I teach piano. And I don't really teach singing because I never really studied that much to how to teach singing. My wife teaches singing, voice lessons and things like that. Although you know that I'm a singer too. Anyway, thank you for coming. Is there anything else we need to do? I don't know. I'm going to go hang out with my supporters at the usual place. I did not put it on the email that I sent out this morning, and I did not put it on Subscribestar or Patreon, but go back a week ago to the post I did a week ago. That's the same link we're going to use at Rock Out Loud. I will see you there. Okay, any other questions? And Bob says, now I'm going to buy a bass. You can buy a bass. It's a good thing. Yep, I like it. I will give you lessons. Let's see where. Anyway, that's a song that I know. It's fun. It's fantastic. It's really fun to do. Now, we're just talked about doing the root notes. We don't have time to do anything else today. But anyway, Geddy Lee, Tom says. Yeah, oh, let me tell you what, in the description, thank you for, Tom, thank you for putting that down. In the description, it looks a lot like this. These are bass players that I follow. Charles Berthoud. Berthoud? He's fantastic. Go look him up. He's fantastic. Scott's Bass Lessons. I put these links in the description of their channel. I like to follow Ellen Plays Bass. Ellen is a little girl. She's been playing since she was really small. Her dad's a fantastic guitar player. If you haven't checked her out, she let's see, has worked with some really, really good guitar players. And Rick Beato, there's a link in my description down below. Rick Beato did a great bass video. I put a link to where it goes. I think I put a link to where it starts like into the video a little bit. Is that the one? Oh, and there's one other person I really, really like, Victor Wooten, who's a bass player. And he's fantastic. I love Victor Wooten. He does workshops and all kinds of stuff. He used to play with, what's his name that played the banjo? It's not coming to me. Maybe you know. Anyway, Victor Wooten's fantastic. Check out these channels. I get no kickback from any of these guys. I just look at their channels every once in a while and listen to what they have to say. There are other bass players out there. If you know really good bass players that play, put them in the chat and link to their videos or to their channels, and we will check it out. I love to look at all kinds of different things, and I love to hear your perspective on what you like, and we'll talk to you later. Okay? Take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a few minutes over at Rock Out Loud.